I'm putting all my videos together. Video 1. To truly have successful finances, you need to have a solid financial planning. Basic financial planning can be separated into 5 steps. Step 1. Assess your situation. This is the most important step. During this step, evaluate income, net worth, cash flow, insurance policies, tax returns, and employee benefits. Step 2. Identify your goals. Your goals should be specific and measurable. Step 3. Design a plan. Step 4. Execute the plan. Obviously, a financial plan is only successfully put into action. And finally, step 5. Review, rearrange, and refine. Once executed, a financial plan must be reviewed regularly. As your needs change and the economy changes, so will your plan. Video 2. A lot of people don't fully understand the concept of savings. There are many different forms of savings, including a savings account, investments, and a 401k. First, a savings account is very liquid and usually builds interest. Second, the most common form of investments would be ownership in stocks or bonds. Lastly, a 401k is a form of retirement plan that is offered through your occupation. A 401k plan is a plan where you take a certain amount of money out of your paycheck and your employer matches up to a certain percent. Video 3. Investing. There are 3 main forms of investing: bonds, stocks, and mutual funds. A bond is a form of debt that is bought. The company, government, or city selling the bonds promises to pay back in full with regular interest payments. A stock is a share of ownership in a company that can be bought and sold for a profit. A mutual fund is a professionally managed type of collective investment scheme that pools money from different investors to buy stocks, bonds, short-term money market instruments, and other securities. Video 4. Financial hardship. There are several different consequences of financial hardships, a few of them being bankruptcy, debt, foreclosure, and bad credit. All of these consequences have different effects. There are many different forms of bankruptcy, the most common being Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Debt is when you have more bills than you do income and can result in bankruptcy. Foreclosure is a result of bankruptcy and debt, and it is when your house is repossessed by the bank. And debt, bankruptcy, and foreclosure all affect your credit in a negative manner, which will affect you your entire life. Credit is defined as a confidence in a borrower's ability and intent to repay. This means your credit is displayed through a score that banks have access to. Your credit score is, if good, shows you are responsible and will pay back your loans, but if it is bad, it shows you aren't responsible and you will have a higher interest rate on the money you borrow. And debt is defined as something that is owed. This means if you borrow money and you owe someone the money you borrowed, then you are in debt. But there is a good debt and a bad debt. Risk and insurance. Risk and insurance directly affect each other. The higher risk you are, the higher your insurance will be. And the lower risk you are, the lower insurance will be. The insurance company do this so that they can successfully insure people and still make a profit. The thing the insurance company may take under consideration when configuring your risk is age, health condition, and previous medical care. Philanthropy. Philanthropy is in general just a good thing to do because it helps others. By definition, philanthropy is the desire to promote the welfare of others. A form of philanthropy is giving money to certain organizations. And giving a charitable donation can be written off on your tax, and then you can write off on your taxes and get a tax deduction. Budgeting. The hardest part of budgeting is sitting down and actually creating one. On the surface, it seems like creating a budget is just a tedious financial exercise, especially if you, on the surface, it seems like creating a budget is a hard financial exercise, especially if you feel your finances are already good and in order. But you might be surprised in how valuable a budget can be. A good budget can make your spending on track, keep your spending on track, and even uncover some hidden cash flow problems that might free up even more money and put toward your other financial goals. That's all 8 videos. I'm going to put them on YouTube. I don't really know how to get them to you. That's the only way I can think of. I'll see you tomorrow.